This one, welcome everyone to my Q&A category gaming. And I was just with Cauchemar89, and right off the back there are two things which I need to say. First off, I won't answer any single question you're going to asked, like I already said. And also it could be that your question could be a little altered because I did some summarizing, because there were questions which were a little bit similar to each other, so don't be confused if the question isn't 100% that which you actually asked. It isn't altered in the sense of it, it's just altered that I can put some questions together which had a similar meaning. But I think we just start with the first question. Tronago wants to know, what are you playing at the moment? Well, let's see. An all-time classic which I keep playing at the moment is Age of Empires 2. I still play it online a little bit and watch some recorded games of the pro games, which can be actually sometimes quite interesting. And well, let's see. I recently also picked up the Pokemon games. I think it's quite nice for me because in the midday break I got like 15 minutes free time besides lunch, and sometimes I just like to pick up the Game Boy, lie on my bed, and play some of those games. I just recently finished the Gold Edition, then I also found the Alt Blues save file from the Blue Edition. I think I'm also going to start the Gold Edition from scratch. I don't know yet. And well, the game which I'm playing probably at the most at the moment is Team Fortress 2. It's a fun game. Can be frustrating at times when you get your ass kicked every time when the team is full of blockheads. But I'm certainly also going to post once maybe random game footage where I'm playing as sniper, scout, or soldier. My favorite are classes. And there are also, besides, some other games which I played a little bit. I didn't finish it yet, like Fear or Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Okay, the next question is a compound one, which is from several users, and the question is, when did you start gaming? What was your first console, first game, and how was it for you? Well, when I remember right, I started like with 6, 7. I can't barely remember, but I think I played first Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES. Well, how was that for me? I can't actually tell. I'm sorry. I think it had to be exciting for me since I still stick to gaming. So, next question is also a merged one, which is, what video game systems do you own and which of them is your favorite one? Well, let's see. First off, I got the classic Game Boy, not one of those newer slim ones. Really the old, great, chunky classic Game Boy, which still works more or less. I'm still using it. Okay, display doesn't really quite good, and the start button, I really have to press it quite hard that it actually works. But I'm still using it. It still works. Well, then I got an NES. I don't even know if this thing works still. Then an SNES and an N64, so there's no much next gen in my house. And well, favorite console of them. It's quite hard because I actually like the N64 is a quite nice console, I have to say, because it's the first real good 3D console which was on the market. Or was PlayStation first? I don't know. And I actually prefer the SNES, although it's just a problem that I had like only 6 games for it. And SNES was really the age of the perfect 2D games, wonderful graphics and so on. So I would think the SNES is really my favorite console. Okay, Shelly111 wants to know, is there any chance that you will ever buy or steal a next-gen console? Well, let's see. Stealing is certainly not an option, and, well, at the beginning, before the release of the Xbox 360, I actually toyed with the idea of buying it, but then because the first games, the previews looked really awesome back then, and the games looked quite interesting. but then I scrapped the idea. Later on, the same with the Wii. It looked really awesome. The games. I mean, for example, Mario Galaxy, of course, Super Monkey Ball, Smash Bros. Brawl, and so on. But at the end, I just came up with the same conclusion. I have my PC. That's enough for me. I mean, I got so many games still on my PC which I never didn't even start it yet. I didn't even start yet, and now I should also when I also got a console. I don't think I just don't. I have the time to also use for using it. I just feel that I end up that the console just dusts in my room without getting used. Well, there were also many questions concerning my favorite and least favorite games, and I just merged it to this question together. What are your three most and least favorite video games? So let's see, my top three. I think the first one will be certainly Gothic, which I LP'd. It's a wonderful RPG, wonderful made up, wonderful story, and so on. It is buggy, but I mean, if you really have a love to a game, you just can look over these flaws. Then, next on, certainly Adventure Island 2, which I also LP'd. It is really my childhood game, which I remember still playing, which I just loved. It's just a game which I once picked up and could never let it go. Then the third one, let's see. I think definitely BioShock. I also have to mention this game. It's really one of the. It's a really surprising game for me because in the last years there weren't really great games which were fascinating for me. But BioShock was really one of the rare games which I really played to death back. Or yes, I'm still playing it a little bit. And yeah, I played it through like 5 times, and it's still really fascinating for me. I probably need to pick that up once again. Now, my least favorite three. Let's see, let's start with Sacred for the PC. This is a Germany hack and slash RPG which was so boring and so dull. I started to hate this game with a passion. But I still beat it. It is, well, it's easy to explain this game. You just follow the compass and slay everything in your way. The only variety we get in this game is that you sometimes slay goblins, sometimes you kill orcs, sometimes you kill skeletons, and sometimes you have to deal with giant puking spiders. But all in all, it was such a boring and stupid game. Then second off, I think, yeah, Worms 3D. I was so looking forward as I heard that there will be a Worms game 3D, and as I bought it, I was so disappointed of this game because it is just bad made. The random maps are stupid as hell because like 90% of every kill consists of throwing the enemy off the platform, and that's it. Aiming is also a bit in 3D. Yeah, try to hit something with a bazooka or even with a grenade. You have no chance to hit anything, and it was just bad made. Also, like Worms Force wasn't also that interesting. Worms Mayhem was actually decent, I have to say, even for a 3D title. But I really have to say I would stick to the 2D Worms. Then the last game. What do we have left? What do you have left? Ah, yes. Gothic 3. Definitely Gothic 3. I still hate this game, and I was so disappointed. I even got the collector's edition. I'm kind of, well, ashamed because I was so looking forward to it. It was like, oh god, I can't wait for this game. I need this game. I need this game. I want this game. I want this game. And as I got it, like after 10 minutes of playing, I was a little bit well, confused because it felt a little bit different. But I said, okay, it's a different engine. Maybe I will get the good old Gothic feeling later. But no. Instead, I just got broken and buggy gameplay, which I could moan about hours and hours, but well, I'll leave that out. Cauchemar89 asks, what's your favorite gaming genre? Well, there are many free gaming genres which I mainly play that are platformer, first-person shooter, and RPGs. Now, when I have to choose out of those three, I would say platformer, because platforming is simple. Platforming, you don't need to, use your brain too much. It's just sitting down, take the control, and hop from platform to platform. Unlike in RPGs where you actually have to think, read text, look in your logbook, and etc. Or unlike in first-person shooter where you have to pay every time attention if an enemy is going to ambush you to the right or to the left, or and so on. It's really a platform because it's just fun and simple, and it's wonderful to chill out a little bit.